People that got famous after death. Even God wants you to be famous up in heaven. Yeah, they're famous up in heaven. They're millionaires. El Grando. El Grando was a famous painter in the fucking Renaissance, but sadly nobody gave a flying shit about him. I mean, look at this. It's up in a fucking museum. So suck a dick for. So, to all those critics, yeah. Galam Garabo. He was a famous physicist and he was like an astronaut or some shit. Yeah, I'm not a big science expert. John Bass. John Bass was a famous composer during the Renaissance, but sadly nobody gave a fuck about this classical British music. Or is it German? Yeah. Jane Austen. Back in the day, if you were a female writer, you were burned at the stake and you would be beheaded by the guillotine or they'll hang you. And that's what happened to Jane. Okay, I'm just exaggerating, but she did write some good fucking books at your local library. Classe Mode. Classe Mode made the greatest paintings in the world. Um, some I don't even remember. Looks like Wilford Brimley. I hear him going to talk about diabetes. Vincent Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. That's his name, Vincent Van Gogh. He's made a bunch of fucking paintings, but nobody gave a shit. He only sold one goddamn painting. His life was fucking crazy. He chopped up his ear and he later shot himself. It wasn't until somebody sold the goddamn paintings. Frank Calazza. Frank Calazza was a famous gangster, I guess. And yeah, okay, I'm not a big history expert. Emily Holton. Sadly, nobody gave a shit about Emily. Look at these plant photos. They're like magical and beautiful. She would be painting with Bob Ross right now up in heaven. Robert Johnson. He sold his soul devil for rock and roll. Made a few albums, then some motherfucker poisoned him to death, and he died at 27. Luckily, Eric Clapton and Keith Richards listened to his music. Anne Frank. This famous little Jewish girl was kidnapped, was founded, and brought to the concentration camps. She died from a disease, and her father later made a book, The Young Diary of Anne Frank. Fuck you, Adolf Hitler. You were a terrible man. Why'd you have to kill this innocent, cute little girl? James Dean. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh, hi, Mark. That's what Tommy Wiseau stole from James Dean. He would have been proud of it. He died in a terrible car crash. He only made 3 fucking movies in his lifetime. He was best friends with Dennis Hopper. That's a good friend to have. Ed Wood, the greatest filmmaker ever made. He made Glen or Glenda, Bride of the Monster, and Plan 9 from Outer Space. He also cross-dressed in real life. That's what I call a great director. Pull the strings! Ann Wilson. Ann Wilson was the guitarist for the song Can Heat. I'm going to country, but sadly he died of a terrible drug overdose. He will be missed. And his bad, Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. His beautiful song Time in a Bottle, but sadly he died in a terrible plane crash. His songs are legendary though. Nick Drake. Sadly, nobody gave a fuck about Nick Drake. He only made 3 albums in his lifetime. And the only images of him are these. Couldn't be on Johnny Carson, fool. Pink Moon. Callie Silkwood. Callie Sickwood was going to threaten a lawsuit against the radiation company, but some motherfucker killed her in a car crash. The perpetrator was never caught or identified. Ian Curtis. Ian Curtis was the songwriter for Joy Division, but sadly his life was very fucking out of control. He later died by suicide. Again, do not take your own life. There is goddamn help. Get some goddamn help. Sorry about that. Tim Hurden. Tim Hurden was a. Oh, wait, I forgot. Nobody gave a fuck about this guy. You couldn't do some interviews? Oh, whatever. He later died of a drug overdose and he will be missed. Before the Red Hot Chili Peppers were the greatest band of the 90s, they were still struggling. And one of their band members was Harris Calazza. He died of a terrible heroin overdose, but the band moved on without him. Give it away now! Give it away, give it away, give it away now! Give it away! Bill Hicks. He was the best comedian ever made. He's more popular than ever thanks to the take a swig, damn it, take a cent, you're going surfing on the internet. John Larson. John Larson was a hardworking playwright who made the song Rent. Okay, next. Jeff Buckley. Sadly, nobody gave a fuck about Jeff Buckley. He was on motherfucking MTV. I want my MTV. Seriously, he was on fucking MTV. He should have been on Conan. Oh, wait. He later died of a drowning. He did not take any drugs and he enjoyed fucking life. That's what he did. Elsie Cars. She played a few clubs, but sadly, nobody gave a shit about her. She was actually a very nice person. She died of cancer and she will be missed. El Skonasco. El Skonasco was a famous Hawaiian singer and lived Hawaii singer, and he will be missed. Matthew Shepard. He was a gay activist student, but some evil fuckers decided to beat him down to the curb. He was actually a very nice person. Alright? Crash Holly. My main man, Crash Holly, was the funniest guy that ever lived. He looks like he's having fun. But sadly, his life wasn't fun. He died of a terrible drug overdose after the WWE fired his ass. He shouldn't have been fired. He was a good goddamn wrestler. Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. Now I do. But now I do. I want a frozen banana. And he said no. I want a regular banana. So I said yes. He was the funniest goddamn comedian ever made. He died of a heroin overdose and he will be missed. Sting Larson. Sting Larson created The Girl with the Dragon book series, but sadly, he died of a heart attack. And luckily, I think the housekeeper got the books, and the rest is history. And finally, Karamla. She was the greatest grandmother who ever cooked for FDR, Abraham Lincoln, and all the other people in history. The history folks should be proud of her. She was a great goddamn old lady. She had fun, and she will be missed.